said a wise man. Hey, what's up? Your boy Dynasty back at it again with another MK12 video because this morning things got real and several industry insiders were leaking information about Mortal Kombat 12 and well, it's actually going to be called Mortal Kombat 1 apparently, not MK12, MK1. It's also apparently dropping in September, which is right around the corner. And we know the pricing and additions for the game, and also potentially 2 guest characters dropping in this game's season pass. Homelander from The Boys, and even John Cena himself, Peacemaker from DC Universe. Now, I don't know if it's John Cena, but if you're gonna have Peacemaker, how could it not be using John Cena's likeness? Now, again, everything we're about to discuss is not 110% confirmed and factual, but it is coming from some of the most trustworthy sources when it comes to the gaming scene with leaks. So I'm not saying this is confirmed, but when you got guys like comicbook.com, GameSpot, IGN, you even have Ed Boon trying to kind of take some of the heat away from the leak, mentioning things like this. For the record, we never confirmed our next game's a Mortal Kombat game. It kind of seems like this is some damage control to keep the hype alive and some speculation. This is probably real. Not 100% confirmed, but probably real. So if you're excited to hear me discuss this stuff, please take 1 second and drop a like on the video because it does help me out a ton. The support you guys have been showing me this entire week has been insane. I feel like I just managed to get a hold of Chronica's Hourglass, went back to 2019 because Mortal Kombat season's alive and well. And with that said, without further ado, let's get into it. So like I mentioned, this morning at 3 a.m., Bill, who is again a very trustworthy source, came out and just posted this exclusive upcoming release. Next Mortal Kombat game from NetherRealm Studios, WB Games, will be called Mortal Kombat 1. The PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and the Nintendo Switch will be getting this game. Standard pricing is $70, $60 on the Switch, the premium version being $109.99, and the collector's edition being $250. Bill went on to say, as you may notice, the game will be available for next-gen consoles only while including the Nintendo Switch. Comes in 3 editions, standard, premium, and the collector's edition. Physical only, not available for the Nintendo Switch. Announcement should be close. Now, when I saw this morning, I lost my mind, but I didn't really think much of it, and then I woke up, and it was everywhere. And when I say it was everywhere, it had people using their own sources to confirm this information. For instance, the guys over at Windows Central posted this article mentioning reports Mortal Kombat 1 is a reboot with a full reveal and launch date imminent. Reported leaks and official teasers hint at the return of Mortal Kombat. From there, it opens with, we at Windows Central have confirmed through our own sources that the information provided by Bill is indeed legitimate. The post says the next Mortal Kombat for NetherRealm Studios and WB Games will be called MK1. It is scheduled to be released on the Xbox Series X, S, PS5, Switch, and PC. Our sourcing suggests the game will be revealed in full in the next couple of weeks. I wonder what's in the next couple of weeks. Definitely not a PlayStation event and Summer Game Fest that we've been talking about all week. The article then continues on by saying, our sourcing suggests that MK1 is targeting a September 2023 launch window, although plans may be in flux. We've heard that the MK1 character pass will feature various properties owned by WB, including Peacemaker from the DC Universe and possibly even Homelander from the comic book series The Boys, amongst others we have yet to confirm. Closing off, it says, going off from the previous game and leak, MK1 may be a retelling of the original Mortal Kombat game. On the other hand, it may also be a prequel that tells the tale of the very first Mortal Kombat tournament and the rise of the great Kung Lao, an important background character in the Mortal Kombat lore that is yet to be a playable character in any of the games. So, boom! There you go. Shout out to the guys over at Windows Central for vetting this leak with their own sources. So, again, not 110% confirmed, but if I was a betting man, I would say this is probably a legitimate leak. So, get excited. Now, speaking of, like, guest characters, Homelander and Peacemaker, for a few days now, the guys at Windows Central, in particular Jess Corden, has been teasing both these guest characters for a few days. I was actually going to sit down and make a video discussing this today before this leak broke this morning and kind of got tossed into the leak. So it's kind of funny how things work out. Now, going back just a few days ago, Greg Miller came out and said, looking back, how unbelievable it is that the best character to come out of the entire DCEU is Peacemaker. In response to that tweet, industry insider Jez Corden came out and said, "Would be cool if he was playable in an upcoming fighting game." Now, again, this is on the 8th, and today we're on the 11th, so just a few days ago. In response to that tweet, somebody said, "Homelander would be way cooler, but Peacemaker would be nice too." And then Jez Corden dropped the bombshell by saying, why not both? Now, again, Saint asked, "What do you know?" And Jez said simply, "Oh, stuff and things, you know?" And even as of just a few hours ago, when asked about Homelander, Jez has backed up the claim again and said, "I've heard Homelander is in." Yes. So this has been going on for a few days. It lines up with this leak that just dropped this morning. Again, I'm not saying this is 110% confirmed, but if there is ever a leak to believe, I'm telling you, this is the leak to believe. So initially, when I first saw this before I went to bed at like 4 a.m., I was kind of bummed with the name MK1. I think from like a marketing aspect, calling MK12 MK1 is going to be kind of confusing because though we've technically never had a game called Mortal Kombat 1, the original Mortal Kombat's just called Mortal Kombat, but over the years we've called it MK1. It's kind of funny, but it's not MK1. So technically speaking, there's never been an MK1, and if this is going to be the story of the first Mortal Kombat tournament going back in time, doing the whole Great Kung Lao era, the prequel to, you guessed it, the actual Mortal Kombat 1992 game, this makes a lot of sense. But again, for like a marketing aspect, who's going to call this game MK1? When you say MK1 now, it's going to be like a bit confusing. It reminds me of what Xbox did with like the Xbox One a couple of years ago with that generation. So I'm hoping maybe WB sees this and they find a way to still kind of like tie in 12 because that just rolls off the tongue so much easier than MK1. But then again, MK1 really does just get the point across because this is going to be the retelling of the first Mortal Kombat tournament. So if there was ever a time to call a game MK1, this is it. So I'm kind of on the name of it just because, again, it's going to be confusing to find out information about the game because, again, it's MK1. So I am intrigued to hear your guys' thought on that. It is cool to know we're going to get a collector's edition as well. It makes me wonder what the, I guess, product in the collector's edition will be this time. Of course, recently we had the Scorpion mask. Wonder what this one will be. Is it going to be like a Great Kung Lao bandana or something? I have no idea. I will say it is really cool to know that potentially we will be seeing John Cena as a guest character. Now, I'm kind of trolling here, but I sent this DM. We're going to get down to the bottom of it, guys. How are you going to be at MK12 if we can't see you? So there's been rumors and talks of John Cena wanting to be in Mortal Kombat in some aspect for years now. People are always like, he should play Stryker in the movies. Well, seems like finally the crossover might actually happen, and honestly, I'm kind of stoked. That's perfect, I think, for MK. As for you guys know how I feel about Homelander. I'd rather have Omni-Man, but it is what it is. I'll take Homelander from the boys, but in general, I'm just so excited to know the game could be dropping as soon as September. I was thinking this game would be dropping in October, but September, that's just a couple months away. And if this is the case, this game's about to get revealed anytime soon. Again, they're saying in the next few weeks, because of this leak, depending on how big this leak gets, I wonder if WB and NetherRealm Studios decide to drop the trailer sooner than the PlayStation reveal event or Summer Game Fest, just because they're probably already now seeing, well, the longer we wait, the more these leaks are going to appear. So we'll have to see how the situation unfolds. Again, things are always subject to change, but right now, guys, it is a very good time to be a Mortal Kombat fan. So I beg you the question, what do you all think of this? What do you think of the name being called Mortal Kombat 1 potentially? What do you think about Ed Boon trying to troll us again and still come out and say, we haven't confirmed our next game is a Mortal Kombat game, trying to take some steam off of this leak? Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And again, thank you guys so much for coming back and watching these videos. I'm so hyped to discuss a new Mortal Kombat game. Again, this week has just been like a fever dream. I can't believe we're back doing this. It's been so long since we've had anything to talk about. So I love you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Till next time, I've been your host, Ben Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. I'll have all the articles linked in the comment section, the description down below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Living on a crack, but I'm not